Hello, friends, and welcome to the colorful 80s party starring Roger Wilco. You know, looking at these colors, it makes me think back to when I used to paint. I used to do oil paintings, I'd follow along with Bob Ross. I used to paint miniatures. I really want to try watercoloring.
Thanks for shopping at Saks.
That's a new thing I would like to try out. What about you, friends? Is there something you'd like to try for the first time, start to learn, start to experience? Or maybe you recently just started something that you're working on? If so, let me know. But in the meantime, let's continue on with our chill Sierra games. Just hanging out with Space Quest 4. Our crowd is gone from the software store. Let's check it out.
Sorry, but the crowd completely cleaned out my stock of Sierra software. The only thing that's left is boring home and business application software along with a few inferior games. But feel free to look around anyway. So, are you looking for a good database? We've got one coming in next week.
Well, we know those Sierra games are hot commodities.
A bargain bin containing discount software.
All right, let's check out what they have. Give these... Oh, can't give them a sniff or lick. Sad to say. So, not sure if you've noticed right off the bat, but these are kind of parody titles here, so let's check them
The
out.
latest bomb from master storyteller Maury Bryanarty, Boom, is a post-Holocaust adventure set in post-Holocaust America after the Holocaust. Neutron bombs have eradicated all life, leaving only you to wander through the wreckage. No other characters, no conflict, no puzzles, no chance of dying, and no interface make this the easiest to finish game yet. Just boot it up and watch it explode.
Well, I think we've had our fair share of exploding. So yeah, that's based off of Loom, and I'll be honest, I've never played Loom, but I know it's a classic.
It's here at last, with a combination of SAI, simulated artificial intelligence, and VRAI, virtually real artificial intelligence. We at Max This Software have created a simulated simulator experience that's unlike anything you've ever simulated playing before. With SimSim, you can create a simulated environment in which you can create any simulated environment you want.
Man, that's some good old SimCity. Funny enough, I've only played the Super Nintendo version, so that's probably not the best version. Oh, what's that? That looks like a King Quest title.
Presenting the latest in the award-winning King's Quest series from the still active mind of aging Roberta Williams III, latest in the
Oh my
award-winning
gosh.
Roberta Williams series. What happens when Old Man Graham and his family are kicked out of Daventry Condo Association? You'll meet the fabulous Bernoulli brothers, Professor C.D. Romberg, and of course Rumpelstiltskin, over 12 gigabytes in length.
What's that? King's Quest 48? Yeah. Okay, we'll resume. Judging from that description, it just sounds like that game's going to take place in Florida. What do we have here?
From the folks who brought you Astro Chicken. When
know
it
those
comes to
guys.
simulating chickens, Chuck Egger is the expert. And now you can learn from him. Design the chicken of your choice. Over 40 options including lips, no lips, and laying frequency. And take your creation for a wild ride over real barnyard scenery based on an authentic flight model of a chicken. You're in for a peck of fun now.
Still making those chicken games. I thought they were working on Space Quest.
Following closely on the heels of his hit tic-tac-toe construction set, Phil Fudge does it again. Using a simple point-and-click interface, you construct the checkerboard of your dreams. Fill in an 8x8 grid with squares of your choice, red or black, in any arrangement, as long as it's alternating. Don't like it? Erase it and start all over again. Requires MCGA, CGA, VGA, PGA, or Ta-Ra-Ra-Boom-GA.
Ta-Ra-Ra Boom GA sounds pretty advanced.
Didn't find anything you like.
Sorry? Meant to hit resume. Got a little confused there. Let's move those back. We got 3 more games to check out.
It's the newest in the wacky Jaime Lipschitz series. Jaime, son of a wealthy New York furrier, has gone wild with Dad's frequent flyer vouchers again. Can you track Jaime down and bring him home to meet the girl Mom's picked out for him? Hold on to your yarmulke. Yes, Jaime Lipschitz strikes again. 640K Ronald MT32 and 3.5 circumcision required.
Oh my Gosh, wow, those were some loaded content. I have to say though, I do kind of like this subtitle, and who really cares? So that's where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That game I have played. Fun and educational.
Head for the hills, it's coming, and this time it's hungry. It Came for Dessert is a thrilling action adventure in which a mob of pushy, overweight relatives invade your kitchen. Armed with only a jello mold and a pastry bag, you must repel the invaders, always keeping an eye on your blood sugar level. It's the merriest mix-up since Enemoware's fabulous Defender of the Crown Rib Roast.
You know, I gotta say, this is my type of game. All right, well, let's go to the one we actually want. The Space Quest 4 hint book. That sounds like it would be extremely
The
useful.
two guys from Andromeda's latest sci-fi comedy, Space Quest 4, will give you hours of frustration unless you have this hint book. Want to know how to get the dog into the hanging basket? Want to find out how to attach the melon? Buy this hint book and it all becomes obvious. You'll hit your head and say, "Boy, how stupid could I have been? A moron could have figured this out. I must be a real dimwit, a pathetic nimno, a wretched, idiotic excuse for a human being not to have figured out these simple puzzles in the first place." Try it and see.
All right, description and narrator. Let's calm it down just a bit. We'll go ahead. We'll price that only $5. Sounds like a hot commodity.
I see you've made a selection from our box of slop, bargain bin.
Yes, and we'll go ahead and give you the money for that.
Thank you.
Since we were so close to give you the money, I'll give you a quick sniff as well.
Ah, the distinctive aroma of Centauri Moon number 5.
Ah, you must have some good cologne on.
Nah, you'd rather not. You never know where it's been.
Okay, well, let's just go ahead. Oh, take a look at this.
Yes, it's a Reveal-O-Matic electric hint revealer.
All right, we're gonna need that for our hint
Keep your
book.
hands to yourself.
Well,
It
we
would
got it.
serve no purpose.
Okay, maybe. There we go. Okay, it just does it automatically. Okay. A lot of content here, and we'll have to decipher what is useful, because I'm not sure in like the story of this game what Space Quest 4 is supposed to have. They mentioned the dog, basket, melon, but the game's kind of broken for us, I guess, because we're time traveling to all these other Space Quest games. So, who's to say? Okay, first question. I'm in a long tunnel with a light visible at the far end. What should I do? Maybe you're having a near-death experience. Go for it. Haven't you ever seen Poltergeist? Go into the light, Carol Ann. The wound where the tentacled venomite ripped my larynx out keeps getting infected. Help! Have you been picking at it again? That'll only make it worse. Have you found the iodine dispenser? Have you found the bottle of peroxide? Have you found the salt shaker? Mix the iodine into the peroxide and shake some salt into it. Apply the mixture to the wound, scrape yourself off the ceiling, and get on with the game. I can't seem to find the one-armed man anywhere. That's a reference to, I think, The Fugitive? And at least, if not that, then Twin Peaks. Ask Bob, that might be a Twin Peaks reference. Who do you think you're fooling? There's no one-armed man. You made it all up, Kimball. Turn yourself in. You can't find the one-armed man, so don't bother looking. Okay. He's at the carnival. I can't hear what the two guys at the bar are saying.
It would serve.
Have you tried typing "listen to men"? Oh, that's right. This is a parserless game. Click the ear icon on the men. Oh, that's right. There's no ear icon. Click the eye icon on the men. That didn't help either, did it? Did you think it would? Just fooling. There's no way to hear what they're saying. That'll teach you to read ahead in this hint book. Oh, you got me. Strawberry is to sky as fire engine is to... Ooh, we got some SAT questions. Blueberry. India. Good dental hygiene. Putting the keycard into the slot in the Drecometer and turning on the viewfinder. I'm in this stupid time pod. Where else can I go? Where do you think? Someplace where the sun don't shine. Ulan's Flats is if you had the coordinates. Ooh, we know Ulan's Flats. That's from Space Quest 1.
Oh, great. Only half the answer showed. It must be a defective hint module.
Only half, you say? Well, we already do have half of a code, maybe this is the rest of it. So that is one we definitely need. When I try to splice the VidLink cable to the Venusian holomat, I end up irradiating myself with deadly plutonium. What do I do now? That one was a little bit difficult to read, honestly. Good question. So far, our best solution is to seal yourself in a 50 by 50 foot block of concrete. Then, bury yourself at least 1,500 feet deep, preferably in an unpopulated, undeveloped area. Avoid salt mines or areas where corrosion may breach the concrete. Try not to talk to or touch anybody or anything for the next 50,000 years. Now that is advice we can all live by. There's a large slimy creature blocking the door to the custodian's room in the Magmethian building. That's not even a question. Okay, how do I get past the large slimy creature blocking the door to the custodian's room in the Magmethian building? What do you think he's waiting for? He's undoubtedly waiting for a custodian. If he wants a custodian, he probably needs some of that awful pine-scented sawdust. Give pine-scented sawdust to creature. I've got the book on running the suborbital survey. What do I do with it? This one's easy. Read it. Make note of any particularly important features and events. Did you enjoy the book? Why or why not? Explain your answer, giving examples from the text. Be brief. I'm in a strange room inside the supercomputer. Scary eyeball-looking things stare at me. Biomechanical bones liven up the area nicely. How do I get the door to open? Use the Ovaltine, Roger. The jaws of life would be most helpful. Since neither of these items are in the game, try this code, 54321. Since that one didn't work, try this one, 69, nice, 65, 84, 76, 69, nice. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. We'll call your family and the hospital right away, Mrs. Fletcher. I've just started the game, and I've got the ampule of Mega Hall 256, the wad of chewing tobacco, and the open can of classic DNA. What now? What now? What more do you want? Have you tried inhaling the Mega Hall 256? Have you tried chewing the wad of tobacco? Have you tried sipping some classic DNA? So for the other one we need is actually this one here. Probably the one that sticks out because it looks like an important code, and you would be absolutely right. Let's go ahead and exit. Save our game because why not? And leave the software store. And let's go ahead and go this way. I think it's easier to get in stores on this side. Still don't need hurt so good. We're going to the one place we've seen but have not entered. Well, I guess the other place. That's right. We're going to the arcade. Nothing's better than a game inside a game. I already hear Astro Chicken. Let's make a new save here. Roger Wilco, pro gamer. And oh my gosh, look at this eyeball wearing a trucker hat.
Watching this fine youngster brings back fond memories of your youth. Little did you know that all those hours of playing blazin' paddles were in preparation for being a space guy hero type. Gazing at the wastebasket, your impulse, nay, your very instinct, nay, the very fibers of your being, scream out for you to pick up that garbage. But you're too busy. Watching this fine youngster brings back fond memories. As you look around the arcade, you see that some of your old favorites are still working. Monaco Princess Stunt Drivin', Choke and Croak, Ghetto Blaster, and Dweeb Hunter. The air is filled with smoke, sweat, and ozone, reminding you of your favorite cologne, Night in Programming. The sign says Ms. Astro Chicken. How strange that nobody is playing it.
See if we can take out the trash.
You resist those inbred custodial tendencies to collect garbage. You have much more important garbage to tend to.
But I want to clean up that garbage so bad. Can I at least smell it?
Give your nose a break. It's a garbage can.
That's true.
Nah, you'd rather...
All right, well, I guess kind of like Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Now that we've played Astro Chicken, we'll play Miss Astro Chicken. Oh, no. Actually, we'll go ahead and restore the game because I think we can play Astro Chicken. Walk down. All right, okay. We'll exit because it's hard to get around this trash because we're just so tempted to pick it up. So we'll go in this side. And now we'll try to play Miss
Touching
Astro
anything in
Chicken.
here might be dangerous to your health. Touching any...
Or maybe we gotta use our money on it. How about that? There we go. Miss Astro Chicken by Scumsoft. Oh, geez. Alright, I can use the arrows. Alright, I'm doing good. Just gotta look out for those farmers and shotguns and... Oh, I can drop eggs. How about that? And, oh, that dog got me. Alright, now that I know how to play. Right in the face, Farmer Joe. Alright. Spot, he doesn't get an egg in the face. That's fine. Ooh, they got me. What was that, a flying squirrel? Oh, the good old Astro Chicken music. It will never change. As iconic as Super Mario Brothers, right? Alright, that one was kind of lame on my part, for sure. For sure. Game over. Okay, well, we had our good time. And not just the music, I mean, even the gameplay has to rival Super Mario Brothers, right? I mean, do people even remember Super Mario Brothers anymore? I think people are only talking about Astro Chicken now. Let's go ahead and save. I think we can go back here. Yeah, there we go. Now the sequel police are making their move. Don't worry about me, gentlemen.
It's one of Bohal's sequel policemen. You give the time pod a long glance. It resembles an overgrown titanium tennis shoe.
Yes, it does look like a shoe. Alright, get out of here before we get blasted. And let's save one more time. So now we're going to have to do some careful bootying. The sequel police are on the move looking for me. And we're going to do probably the trickiest, most difficult part of the game. I'm curious how it goes with this playthrough. What we need to do is use the Skate-O-Rama. So we're going to save this here. And then at the same time, make a new save file. Just to make sure we will definitely have this file right here. Roger Wilco, Pro Skater. And what's the speed? The speed, maybe we'll turn it down just a tad. Because this Skate-O-Rama really... Whoa! That was close. Oh. Yes, really has 0G. That's what I was going to say. And we'll save it here. Go up a little bit, and we'll start going to the left, and hopefully the sequel police people start chasing us. There they are. Move, Roger! Move! Now that they're up in the air ice, I guess you would say, they've cleared the way. Alright, actually, I did it. Let's save. And let's put it into high gear. Bump up that speed a little bit. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we did it on our first try. Hopefully something wacky doesn't happen right now to end our game. We don't need that trouble. Hop in, Roger. We did it. If you've played the game before, I'm sure you know how difficult that part is. So, if you don't mind, I'm just going to give myself a little pat on the back. A little bit of a golf clap. Because that was pretty amazing. Okay. This is another moment kind of like early in the game, where we're going to have to remember this code here. Because we're going to have to come back here. We didn't go to that last store, the Hurt So Good. So we're going to come back later. I'm actually going to write this down on some good old pen and paper. I know I'm in the future right now in Space Quest 10, but I'm still doing things the old-fashioned way. All right. I have that written down. But we're going to go to a new place. And by new place, I most certainly mean old place. We're going to Ulan's Flats, so we're going to remember the code here. So the end of this, let's see. I'm going to call this face. I'm going to call this square angle and T. Now we just need to remember what the first part is. Take a look at the hint book one more time. So we have CI backward E. Oh, I guess 3. We'll call that 3. So CI 3. See if I can remember all this. All right, looking for the C. CI 3, face, square, angle, and what was the last one? Last one was T. Oh, okay, we got the jingle. You can see my short-term memory is not the best, but I did it on my first try, so I think we're pretty good here. Really, though, I think the main reason Roger needs to remember that code to come back here to the mall is he needs to keep playing Astro Chicken. But now, we continue on to a new location. Light speed. Oh, look at that. Here we are. Space Quest 1, the Sarian Encounter. We're back. We're back in the very first game. I thought this was the best part of Space Quest 4. I wanted them to do more with this. I would have loved to seen Space Quest 2 and 3. I would have loved to see Space Quest 5 and 6 and like them kind of like rework that into the legit sequels. But this is pretty much all we get, and that's fine. That's fine. Let's take a look.
Memories race through your mind. You know you've seen this place in your distant past. The low-resolution features look exactly like a place you once visited called Ulan's Flats.
Well, this is our old stomping ground, so let's see what's up. I love how you have the old graphics and you have the new graphics. Oh, it's so smart and funny. Absolutely amazing. Okay, make a new save. Oh, it even looks like the old kind of save. Or I might be imagining things, I don't know. Ye old days. Go ahead and go down. We're gonna go check out the bar, because there's something weird going on around here, because these are also sticking out. Take a look at those.
As you check out the Sen bikes, you wonder what kind of cheeseball would own one. It smells just as good as it looks. That's not a very clean habit.
All right, let's see who's playing at the bar.
The old bar is still here. The smell of Coronian ale stinks up the place. The aroma leads you to remember vividly your previous visit here. You break out in a cold sweat.
And of course, the Blues Brothers are still here. I see that wasn't any copyright issues. They're looking good, and our bartender looking great, and good old EGA early on graphics.
You see two guys singing. Some rather drab-looking individuals are hogging the bar. This guy's too ugly to describe. You see a man behind the bar serving drinks. It smells like something that wasn't designed for noses. Nah, you'd rather...
All right, what's this over here?
You see a book of matches on the bar countertop.
If you see an item, chances are you want to pick it up.
Your attempt to get the matches failed.
Uh-oh. Hey
Well,
guys.
looky here. If it ain't Mr. Look at Me, I'm in VGA. What's the matter? Monochrome not good enough for you? What's this? 256 colors all for one little bitmap wimp?
Heck
What
yeah.
a waste of VGA. Hey, fellas, I bet I can toss them all the way out from the bottom of the stairs. Bet you nail.
Oh my gosh, a bunch of nerdy computer technical jokes. That's great. All right, you monochromes. I'm pretty upset being kicked out of my bar. I'm go kick your butts. That's that. Do some like Three Stooges like. Whoop, 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 whoop. Got that nice, like, grindy, bassy Genesis music. I know arcades and PCs used it too, but I always think Genesis.
Boy, that was close. Hey, how come their bikes can go through the force field?
Oh, nice pointing that out, Roger. Where's Tiny? And most of his ships. I guess maybe business was good and he moved on out. Well, I think we have to go back and... Well, actually, let's take a look around.
You've obviously found the location of Tiny's used spaceships. Lucky you. This must be the Yugo of spaceships. You wonder why anyone would bother to lock it. At the bottom of this excavation is a small craft almost totally buried in dirt. You remember barely making it back out when the engine died.
All right. Let's mosey on back to the bar. Maybe we can get those matches.
You hear a high-pitched whine from the east.
Uh-oh. What? You got me.
Nice reflexes. Life is pounded loose from your body by the impact of the sand bike. Now this is a pain that'll linger. All the Bengay in Florida won't relieve.
We can't let it end like that. Let's restore our game. And this time, actually dodge. Maybe just standing there like a deer in headlights is not the way to go. No, I think Roger can do better. Oh, that time they didn't even come for him. All right. And get our matches.
You pick up the book of matches.
Blues Brothers not playing to any patrons, but you know, the show must go on. Talk to the bartender here.
Hey, aren't you the guy who broke my slot machine? You owe me some money.
Well, I gotta run. My hog pod's double parked. Hey, it's been swell talking to you.
Nice. I like how they just kept his graphics the same. That's so cool.
You hear a high-pitched whine from the east.
Uh-oh. Here it comes. Huh! Oh, yeah.
Boy, that was close.
A little too close. It's funny to
You
think
hear a
that...
high-pitched whine from the east.
Another one. We know how to do it now. Huh!
Boy, that was close.
Funny to think that we only came back here, the Space Quest 1, just to pick up a pair of matches. And to, you know, just get a gang of monochrome bikers mad at us. Now, I think it's time to go back to Space Quest 12. So, let me get out the paper here where I wrote down that password. And let's type that in. That should be it.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life.
It's always a little bit of a
Time and space
heart
bend
drop where you're
under
like,
the
did I
vibrations of
enter the
time-rip
code correctly?
transducers.
Did I write
Your
this down
adrenaline
correctly?
and
Can I
stomach
read my own
reel with the
handwriting?
hyperbolic hyperbole.
Well,
And
we're about to
finally-
find out.
finally-
Let's see. All right, we did it. I can successfully write down a code and read my own handwriting. Good things. All good things all around. So, yes. All right, here we are back at Space Quest 12. And also back to another end of an episode. We'll end it here, friends. Thank you again for joining me, and I look forward to reading and replying to your comments. Take care, everyone. I'll see you all in the next video.